Arts Council for Long Beach, enlivening the arts and culture of our city.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Greg Johnson, Board President of the Arts Council for Long Beach. Man, what a great year this past fiscal year has been. 22-23, while full of its challenges in an ever-evolving arts and culture environment, the Arts Council for Long Beach has maintained a high-quality position in the arts and culture sector across the state. This is evidenced through our continued advocacy, both on the city and state levels. This is evidenced by the state entrusting the organization to administer its inaugural arts and culture program known as the California Creative Corps. And wow, I've had a front row seat to all of that action and all of that advancement in the arts and culture sector. I just wanted to share with you today our adventures back in April when we linked up with the Californians for the Arts. That's the statewide advocacy organization for arts and culture in our state. They convened an Arts and Culture Summit and a Arts and Culture Advocacy Day. The Arts and Culture Summit featured 300 or 400 arts and culture executives, people from all levels of arts and culture in the state convening on Sacramento, California.
Such a pleasure to be here with everybody. My name is Julie Baker. I'm the CEO of Californians for the Arts and California Arts Advocates. It's just so wonderful to be in a room with everybody and to see everyone that I have seen you all on Zoom for so many years now. You recognize my red glasses. They're the glasses. And it's just so terrific. And
we heard a variety of keynote speeches and presentations from everybody from the state superintendent of the schools, who really encouraged us to continue to build arts and culture in the schools.
A long time ago, I was that kid in the basement trying to be that breakdance kid and on stages like this. And it means a lot to me that at this time that we can provide through Prop 28 $1 billion for arts and music education for all California students in our state. Give yourselves a big round of applause for creating that. It just seems for so long, people have been saying arts and music is so important, but we don't always put our money where our mouth is. Everyone says that our children are our future, and then we allow our state to be funded at such a low level in per capita education. And so I'm grateful that in this moment, we are seeing historic investments in California's education, because arts should be for everyone. And when they say all means all means all. And Prop 28 will make sure that happens. So thank you for that.
The next day saw us converging on the state capitol grounds. We started with a rally on the lawn of the state capitol there in Sacramento. There was music, there was a number of speeches, from state elected officials, state administrators. Our own Griselda Suarez got there and was able to speak on behalf of the arts and culture sector in our region.
Executive Director of the Arts Council for Long Beach. It is a pleasure to be with you here today. Today we are gathered to remind our elected officials that arts matter, that creativity matters because it enriches our lives. And especially during the pandemic, through the height of the pandemic, when we were home trying to cope with this new virus, arts matters in those living rooms, in those kitchens. It mattered when performances were canceled and artists went out and painted on plywood, when dancers hit the streets, when musicians went to their front yards and played for their neighbors. The arts are not only a luxury for those who can afford it. Arts and culture is about what makes home feel like home. Arts Council for Long Beach is one of 10 administrating organizations for the Creative Corps. And I've learned a lot in these last few months about what the Creative Corps is doing and how it's inspiring our communities come back. The Creative Corps is prioritizing communities that have never received the arts funding that we're seeing now. Those $60 million have never been invested like they're being invested now. Communities like my hometown of East LA or my city of Long Beach, where I live and work. These communities, let me just be clear, although never funded, have never been absent of arts, creativity, and culture. Yeah. This cannot be the last time this money is dedicated for artists who have always been fighting for environmental justice, who have always been fighting for health justice, who have always been fighting for communities to create civic engagement. This is not their first time. This is why we need to speak up today and demand that California continue to invest in these communities. We need to tell our elected officials that funding for the arts goes deeper than supporting one artist or one cultural institution. It's about supporting quality of life and building the stories for our next generation. These artists are so thankful for this investment. They're thankful that someone is willing to see their vision in how they work with community, how they enrich the lives of children and seniors. So let's work together to ensure that the Creative Corps continues to thrive in our communities. This is why we're here. This is why each and every one of you wake up every day and say, I'm going to work for the arts, because we believe in this change and in this transformation. And I'm so thankful that you had me here today, that I met so many of you, and let's go and invest in the arts for all of us in our communities. Thank you.
It was really, really great. And then we began to march. We had the signs and everything. We circled the state capitol with chants, and there was the Chinese dragons and all of that. It was just really, really exciting. And then we were very organized, though, even though we had all of that hoorah, we were very, very organized in terms of how we were going to descend upon the halls of the legislature.
Gonna be seen, invest and protect, if you know what I mean.
Arts in all, arts in all, arts in all.
There's Marc. But you know, all of that, man, was a really great experience as a part of the Arts Council for Long Beach. So I'd like for you, I'm going to share some video with you, and I want you to check this out. This is scenes and sounds, sights and sounds from Arts Advocacy Day and the Arts and Culture Summit, Arts Council for Long Beach in Sacramento. All right, y'all.
Bye.